I want to talk about this thinking that I've been seeing. Well, I think everyone's been seeing it um, for as long as, I don't know, for as long as I've been alive, I think. This thinking that misfortune or bad times or hard times or difficult times are motivational. They make you stronger or they give you the impetus to want to succeed even more or higher and so on and so forth. Okay. This thinking is misleading, all right, and it is misguided, right? Firstly, it is you can understand why people think that because people want to succeed, they want to achieve a higher level of status or higher level of quality of life to get away from negative consequences or lower status level of life because they've experienced that lower status level of life as a hard time or as a difficult time. So, yeah, you can understand why the thinking is that experience is the reason why they're running towards a higher level of success. But I would say actually, it is not the difficult time that they're running from, let me say. It's more like they are simply running toward the higher status of success for a higher quality of life. They're simply running towards that, not because they're running from the bad or the harder time or the more difficult experience, right? It is that they are motivated to run towards the more favorable existence, but not because of the negative experience. It is actually because of the relationships closest to them. All right. They're doing it, they're running towards the more favorable existence in service to the relationships that are closest to them. So, what am I saying here? I'm saying that if you're a person who has a positive relationship with the people closest to you, okay, the degree of that positivity, meaning the degree to which those relationships are healthy and positive, corresponds directly with the energy, mental, spiritual, physical energy you have to take on life's challenges and to get back up whenever you get knocked down. Okay? That positivity, that drive, that desire to give back to those people, to give back, to serve that positivity is what is motivational. So, so bad times are going to happen. Bad times are going to knock you down. Okay? But the reason you're going to be able to get back up is because you have those people. Not just because you have those people, but because you have that kind of relationship with them. Okay? That's going to get you back up. And that relationship serving you that way is going to instill in you the desire to give back what it has given you. And that desire to give back to it is the motivation. It's not the fact that you were knocked down. Although the fact that you were knocked down is instrumental in the relationship giving back, helping you get back up so that you can then desire to give back to it. Okay. So I'm not saying it's completely irrelevant, but it's not the root cause of the motivation. Remember that a person can go through a bad time. I've said this in my recovery video in terms of how the nature of your recovery may shape your outlook of the world. So a person can go through a negative experience and not come out as motivated to try harder. That negative experience can actually result in them being more nihilistic, more negative towards the world. Okay, so it's not the events in themselves, the negative events in themselves. It's the positive relationship, the network of positive relationships around you that gives you the drive to want to achieve higher levels of success because you are doing it for them. It's your testimony when you when you perform at a higher level, you testify of that positivity. This should give you an idea of what God is. I've basically, in that I've said, I'm telling you what God is. I'm telling you that. But if you're still not getting it, hit my Instagram profile to get my website. Maybe buy my book because I've written a book on what God is. Okay, and I think, not I think, I believe that the major the major error in humanity's ways stems for the mischaracterization of God, right? We all know who God is and what God is, but we don't know that we know, right? We look at God and what we see isn't God because we don't think of what we see as God, and therefore we think God is something else. So